Hello students, today I am here with a very nice topic of your writing pieces, that is picture composition. Well, picture composition, what does it mean? Picture means visual representation of some scene, person or thing, and composition means putting the ideas together. What is a picture composition? A picture composition is a piece of written text that is based on a set of pictures or a single picture. It suggests a story, a chain of events, or a single incident. So, students, picture composition is basically a representation of any picture or scene in words. It is a kind of writing where the writer has an expand field of thought, but he or she has to observe and study the picture very carefully. Although the writer has freedom to create the composition with his or her own ideas or thoughts, but it must be relevant to the picture shown. To write a picture composition, one should keep several points in mind, which would be helpful to compose it in a proper way. The first point that is very important is a detailed study of the picture that is shown. After doing the study, the writer has to use appropriate words to create an impact on the reader's mind. Means the selection of words create an impact on readers' minds, so it the selection of words should be proper. Next point that is again very important is the writing should be interesting and easy to understand. And the fourth point that is equally important is each and every part of the picture should be minutely observed by the writer. Before we start writing a picture composition, we must ensure some basic requirements for it. And these requirements are the three different stages which the writer has to undergo. The first stage is pre-writing. In this stage, the writer has to gather the thoughts or research or do some brainstorming and planning for the composition. Next stage is writing. In that stage, the writer has to actively write the composition using ideas from the picture. And the third stage is editing. In that stage, the writer has to reread the composition and edit the unnecessary points if they are there. A picture composition generally have three main paragraphs. The first paragraph is introductory paragraph. In this paragraph, the topic is described in brief. Means the writer has to describe or write in an elaborate way about the topic or title of the composition. Next paragraph is the main paragraph, which is consists of supportive arguments either in favor or against, sometimes in both the manners. And the third paragraph is the concluding paragraph, in which the writer has to give some arguments and the composition will be summarized and have some suggestions to the reader for its benefits or advantages or disadvantages. That means altogether we can say that a picture composition is having three paragraphs: introductory paragraph, main paragraph and concluding paragraph. The main paragraphs can be 2 or 3 or 4 according to the word limit which is given to write the composition. Just see one example. This is the picture where different kinds of pollution in the environment has been shown. When the writer is to write the composition, has to study the picture and then start the composition. So, as this picture is showing different kinds of pollution in the environment, so this composition is written on the topic or the title, that is pollution. So, pollution means introduction of harmful substances or products into the environment which is related to air, water, sound, or gas. Pollution is the main problem of the industrial age. Environment means the land, water, and air around us. In our cities, the air is always being polluted by dust, smoke, and gases given out by factories and cars. The air and sound are also polluted by the bullying of horns of cars, bursting of crackers, and blaring of sound speakers. Microphones are used indiscriminately during social and religious festivals and political gatherings as well. Shouting of slogans also contribute not a little to sound pollution. The ground we walk on is also polluted by uncollected garbage and chemical waste soaked in the soil. Water is also polluted as a result of untreated sewage, wastewater, plastic packets, and carcasses of dead animals released into rivers. Oil tankers clean out their tanks in the seas, and power plants release hot water into rivers, causing great damage to fish and aqua plants. They poison the water. Deforestation and indiscriminate felling of trees also aggravates the problem of pollution. So, if we want to get rid of this common problem, we must follow some protocols and should always be very cautious to avoid creating this problem. We should not throw the garbage in open areas and avoid using loudspeakers in public areas. To have a healthy life, everybody must think for self as well as public hygiene. So you must have seen that this composition is based on the picture which is given, and it is completely related to different kinds of pollution in the environment. So the writer has written this composition in three paragraphs: introductory paragraph, main paragraph, and concluding paragraph, having suggestions for the reader. Thank you.